Okay, guys, listen. I know what you are going to be expecting, usually, and I know you're angry, but I don't care. This is another review, but this is a rant. Today, we're going to be ranting on one of the worst Disney remakes ever that everybody's been mad about. And that is The Jungle Book 2016. Okay, now I am really gonna complain about this stupid movie. Okay, let me tell you. This movie sucks. I don't care. Okay, why it sucks? Okay, I know it was recently made by Jon Favreau, who made usually all Disney remakes. But usually this one has to be the worst. Why? I'll tell you. Usually I might say other things I don't care. Okay, usually after the original Jungle Book was released in the hold on. Okay, sorry, I got carried away. After the original Jungle Book was released in 1967, it was pretty good. And usually along with Jungle Book 2, but usually people are complaining about the Jungle Book 2. But no, I don't, it doesn't matter for me. But this, it does matter. Okay, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? Jon Favreau, what the actual heck is wrong with you to make this movie? Most people say that it's stupid. I don't care. It is stupid. Why? Well, anyways, I mean, okay, the first time I saw this movie, everybody didn't really complain. Okay, and usually I see Mowgli, of course, and I'm like, oh, he looks fine. Even the way he, whatever. But they have to do the same thing as the original movie. We cannot have shot for shot like this. Yeah, they originally have the same things. Jungle Book, I mean songs like Bare Necessities, I Want to Be Like You, Trust in Me, but that's in the end credits. They even have the same different scenes. And they usually, and they usually have they don't have the vultures and We Are Friends song. And the elephants are really sort of different. They did not sing the marching song, and they could not speak. And Hati Jr. could not even speak either in this movie. I don't think they were called Hati Jr. or Colonel Hati or the elephants, whatever. Still, this movie sucks. And anyways, and King Louie, for example, not an orangutan. No, he's not, because no orangutans live in jungles of India. But he usually had to be a Gigantopithecus because they're closely related to orangutans, and it was too huge. Yeah, usually most people are asking, why is he so big? Yeah, he's like a hulking beast. Whoa, I gotta tell you that. No orangutan could be that big. That's why he has to be. He might be a Gigantopithecus. Usually in the classic King Louie is like really small. Not like Hulk Giganto. Jesus. And then, okay, what else? Why this movie could be stupid? Wow. Usually this Jungle Book has to go on a nutshell. It needs to be put in a timeout chair for existing. Most people had to wish this movie never exists. It's true. I mean, after the Jungle Book was released, it comes the Lion King 1994. I mean, this movie was not that bad. Not bad. I mean, usually. But the worst thing of all, Disney had to say like this. Hey, put the Jungle Book the same way you put Lion King into. Usually I was talking about the 1994 one. But, what did they do? No, they wanted to make people say, oh, this movie sucks. That's what they do. I mean, I know this movie was released before Lion King 2019 was, and usually this movie has few scenes from Lion King. I mean, nobody really complains about Lion King. Usually, they give it 5 stars. Usually, not really. Usually, other remakes, and usually not all remakes. Sometimes. But to the Jungle Book, nope. They decided to give it 0 stars. Why? Because this movie sucks. And if that's true, they decided to go on a nutshell. Well, I don't care because since the Jungle Book was made, many people had to say this. Okay, you know what? I'll have to say it too. This is how the Jungle Book is on a nutshell. So Mowgli and Baloo, we start out with the Walt Disney scene, and then we will have a scene of Mowgli and Baloo with big fat bellies, just because. And this, we see them with big fat bodies. And then they're in the bathroom on the toilet taking a big, huge, massive dump, which I don't care. Once they take that big, huge dump, they can go like, oh yeah, that feels so good. Oh yeah, I want people to see this, so that way they can hate it. Yeah, that's true. So after they take their huge dump, they just had to do what they have to do, and then they had to write the logo with their own crap. Yep, with their own paws, like their filthy paws and hands, they had to write this movie out of crap, and put a sad face, and put one thumbs down. This video is not inappropriate. And once they're done writing the logo out of their crap, they can just throw it in the audience on their faces, and that way, they're monkeys, and they can do it too. Still not inappropriate. I mean, usually a Favreau has making most remakes, and usually every people say that some of the remakes are usually dumb. They don't. I mean, usually people saying that they want to stop Disney from making remakes. I mean, usually, but in my opinion, Christopher Robin, Dumbo, Aladdin, Lion King, Lady and the Tramp, Mulan, Cinderella. I mean, they're good. I mean, I don't really like Lady and the Tramp. I mean, some people like some of the Disney remakes, but the Jungle Book. Yep, to the Jungle Book, most people had to put a big thumbs down. Most people had to say, no, burn this movie, burn it. This movie should not be rewarded. I wish it doesn't even exist. Burn it. Take it down. That's right, because this movie is total trash. Literally total trash. Yeah, really trash. And by to mention, like to say, once this movie is trashed in its own can, there's a big round of applause. Because this movie should not exist. Because once again, this movie is actual poop. And to most people who trashes the Jungle Book, is 100% gold. Yeah, it's true. And usually another thing to explain why 0 stars. Look at this. And usually we all had to complain that the Jungle Book deserves to have no stars at all. It doesn't need to deserve 5 stars at all. It is trash. Even this guy has to say, "Pwah, that's crazy, a Favreau. What kind of person will make a shot-for-shot remake like this trash? This is nothing but bad stuff. This should be flushed down the toilet." You know what? Yeah, it should be flushed down the toilet. Once you're in the bathroom, this is exactly what happens, and so all of a sudden, yep, there it goes, bye-bye, you be food for the alligators in the sewer. And for the people who has to salute on this movie, they must have got hit in the head with the car. Or get a punch in the nose, I guess. You know what? I don't know what to say. Usually, Lion King has to be better than this stupid trash. I don't really care. I mean, why will they make a movie that has to be like same thing from the original and then they have to make it the same thing? Usually they have to put different things. I mean, what scenes could be worse in this movie than everything else? What else could be worse? Well, I might have to know scenes.
This is a cave. It's my cave. You don't remember what happened, do you?
No.
I saved your life. Yeah, I snatched you from the jaws of death, the coils of death, if you will. And lucky for you, your new favorite hero, old Blue here, just happened to be passing by.
You are crazy ugly!
And usually, for example, what and most people had to like or not like other Disney remakes that Favreau makes. Usually, I don't have an opinion on the Nude Lady and the Tramp, but I do have an opinion on Christopher Robin, Lion King, Dumbo, Beauty and the Beast, even Aladdin. Yeah, but usually most people usually hate Aladdin, Dumbo, and Beauty and the Beast and other remakes, and some people like it. But does everybody like the Jungle Book? No, they don't. That's why I'm wishing this movie has to be burned. Oh yeah, explain from Big Giganto over here. He doesn't like this movie, so he's the one telling you to rip it and burn it. It's really trash. And since people hate it, this guy has to come up here and says, hey, why did Jon Favreau make a stupid crappled movie like you? And then the Jungle Book has to say, why the heck not? Should we exist? And the guy has to say, because you're a butthole, dude, that's why I'm gonna have to end your life. So and you'll end up as chicken tenders, and I'll have to dip you in my ranch. And this guy also says, you had to be like worse. I mean, you really had to make it worse and to not for people. And most people had to like more the Lion King instead of you. You're the one that has to be burned. Most people have get Lion King 100 hearts or 5 hearts, I meant to say. But you deserve to have 0 stars. 0 stars for your own life. Oh, speaking of your life, you're gonna have to end up in chicken tenders from my ranch. So, I had to blow you away. Bam, 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 bam. And you're out of this universe forever. And what does this guy do? He ripped the title. He ripped the thing. That's exactly what most people do too. I'm not joking. This is literally trash. It needs to be burned. Oh, did I say burn? He's gonna burn it. I mean, since the Jungle Book is like worst for every other remakes, I'm ready to hate it. Most people are ready to hate it. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. And that's what he was gonna do too. You say it's the worst movie ever? Rip it? Burn it? Do it! So you rip it, and now you'll have to burn it. Because this movie has bad ratings. No ratings have to be deserved. No good ratings should be deserved for this movie. Bad ratings for this Jungle Book movie. The worst movie that Jon Favreau could ever make. And finally, you put it on the fire. There, see it burn. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn to heck. This is what happens when you get hated. If Jon Favreau had a fireplace, this is what he could do to the movie. Now, once this movie is burned, there's a big round of applause. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Give a big round of applause. Yes, the movie is burned. Nobody likes this movie, so give a big round of applause if you can see like. Woohoo! Yep, the movie Burn Baby Burn. Yes, we all glad that this movie we all wish that this movie never exists. So how do you like it? Most people would be so happy. Oh, you want other applause? Okay. What is your review and opinion on The Lion King or other Disney remakes? Wow, good reaction. So gladly The Lion King and other Disney remakes had to be much better than that stupid Jungle Book movie. I mean, I know even though people are complaining and usually not liking these remakes because usually Jon Favreau is not supposed to, but I don't care. I don't care as much as this trash over here. Okay, now let me tell you something else. So the original Jungle Book. Okay, listen. I like the original Jungle Book more better. I mean, listen, I do love the original Jungle Book, but I don't really have an opinion on it. Usually, even though it's not my top favorite Disney movies, and even though it's not really even though some of the characters are not in my top favorite Disney characters, but usually, even though I don't care, but I still like the original movie anyways. I mean, there's nothing really bad about it. And I recently liked this movie along with the original Lion King. But not because I'm one of the characters from the film. This YouTuber agrees. I mean, yes. I mean, we all love Disney movies. I mean, like, yeah, we all love. We love. I love all of these original movies. I mean, I have some of the favorites. There's Lion King. There's Tarzan, Jungle Book. There's another more Disney remakes. I'm trying to get used to Wreck-It Ralph right now, so I'm not trying to have any problems anymore. Yeah, I do. I love all these classic and animated movies, along with my favorite Disney Junior shows right here. You see, I mean, I post some of the logos to tell you which one's my favorite. I recently have to give all these Disney movies, along with my favorite Disney Junior shows, 5 stars. But it's my opinion. I know most people don't have any opinions on these. I don't care. These I give it 5 stars on my favorite Disney Junior shows and my favorite movies. But to the Jungle Book, no, it doesn't deserve to get 5 stars. Jon Favreau should not be making this movie. They've completely ruined the original classic Jungle Book. I could not believe it. They recently ruined the film that I'm usually not interested in, but usually I don't care. But I still like the original Jungle Book. But they ruined the classic. I mean, Walt Disney recently made this movie in the first place, and they decided that they did the same thing how they made Lion King. Even though this movie was released before Lion King 2019, I mean, I guess they had to do this. The Jungle Book had to do the same thing that Lion King does after it was released. I mean, before the Lion King was released, they did the same thing as Lion King, and the most people who hated and trashed this movie is gold. I don't care. Also, most people you can be like Jon Favreau. You can go heck yourself. What's the matter with you making this thing? I do not. We don't all like this movie. Most people are already complaining that this movie really sucks. It's one of the worst Disney remakes ever. I don't know, like Walt Disney. They completely killed they completely killed the Jungle Book. They completely killed the original movie. What? And that's why most people have to cry and complain. Most kids should not watch that movie. To the people who hated it, and the most people who ranted on this movie, I agreed. This movie is total trash. And once again, this movie is worse and awful. It's literally awful. I could say too awful. The Jungle Book remake is too awful. Like, nobody wants to even complain. Even in the beginning, nobody has complained in the first place. But they have to agree to say this movie is stupid at the end. But once again, this movie, it's more than stupid trash. It is a big disgrace. That's my channel. That's my video for today. So, see you later for more videos and more episodes and more fun. Well, that's the end of my review. See you later.